Hello and welcome to Class Declassified. This is where we watch Class off of the telly and talk about it for about 5 minutes-ish. I'm Chris, to my right Rob, to my left Emma. We just watched The Coach with the Dragon Tattoo, which is episode 2 of this, the first series of Class. Rob, let's start with you. What did you think of the episode?
I thought it was okay. It was actually alright. I think it was better than the first one. A lot faster pace. A bit more, even more gory than the first one. So overall, yeah, kept me hooked from the word go. Intriguing, fast-paced, action-packed. Enjoyed it.
Good. Emma?
Same. Much preferred it to the first episode. I really liked the first episode, but I thought that this was a lot better. I thought the writing was a lot better. The characters are sort of becoming less of the stereotypes that they were in the first one, and they're sort of a lot of humour in a lot of the characters, and thoroughly enjoyed it.
It was really interesting having an episode that centred on one of the gang as well, because I wonder whether we sort of touched on that last episode, whether that's going to be the focus every week, is a different kind of character from the crew. So this was all about Ram and his kind of coping after the prom and the death of his girlfriend, and also, losing his leg and all that, how that affects his football. Obviously makes it quite tricky. So how did we think they handled his sort of PTSD, trauma, grieving process?
I thought it was really interesting, actually, because it never really occurred to me that this might be the theme of the episode, because people see like aliens and death and stuff in Doctor Who all the time. And it never really occurs to you that actually it might mess with their head. The Doctor's companions, they just seem to brush it off and kind of be like, they close the door of the TARDIS after they've just killed someone. They're like, right, where are we off to next, Doctor? So this is actually, it was really interesting to see. Probably more realistic.
Yeah, I definitely thought it was more realistic, because you never see that sort of gritty, tough, emotional side of things. And I thought the boy playing Ram as well, I thought he was really good.
Really good, so good.
Because we know him as like the asshole, and then he was really vulnerable in this episode, and I thought he did really, really well.
Shall we talk highlights? Was there a particular moment in the episode that caught you as something really excellent, Em?
Not a particular moment, but I think Catherine Kelly was my highlight. I mean, I love her anyway. I love her and other things that she's done.
Who's she?
But she's the teacher.
Okay, good.
I loved her lines in this episode. I think that that's becoming a really well-written character. There was a lot of humour from her as well, with the whole robot thing, and she had something when she mentioned Paul Frank and talking about really crap gifts and clothing, and it's like her trying to sort of become accustomed to Earth and all the pictures of genitals on the internet and stuff. I just thought that it's such a well-written character and so much humour coming from her, which was needed in this episode, because like we said, it was kind of heavy with the PTSD stuff.
What about you, Rob?
I think the reveal was the highlight for me. The fact that the dragon doing the killing wasn't necessarily the dragon on the coach, because I thought it was like going to be really predictable. It was like, oh, the coach is a bad murderer, and then it's actually, it's quite complicated, and there's actually a bit of politics involved.
I really liked the scene fairly early on where the two kids and the prince were just sat on the stairs talking about what to call the rift in space and time, because it's a new series, it's a brave kind of commission, and they're setting up this big new sort of side story, but it was really nice to have those kind of quieter moments, I think. So I know some people won't like that dialogue, but for me, I just thought this breaks up the kind of dragon gory murder stuff really well. Should we do low lights, Rob?
Again, some of the dialogue was a little bit awkwardly kind of childish. I think it was a bit more endearing this episode because it was kind of sprinkled throughout, whereas last episode it was quite overwhelming, the kind of not great dialogue. But again, they all kind of had that group Skype chat, and I don't know, it still feels at times a bit CBBC.
Teenagers written by adults.
Yeah, it's just a little bit awkward to watch it sometimes.
I think my low light was that it was sort of over too soon with the dragon thing. You had the reveal, which I agree was a good reveal, that it wasn't actually the coach's dragon, it was the dragon's pal. And then Ram just had a little bit of a monologue, and then the dragon changed his mind and took the coach after all. It just felt like a bit of an anticlimax, because it had been really good with the gore. Like, it was so gory and so good, that I thought we were going to get a huge showdown at the end, and then it was just sort of Ram being like, oh, I've lost my partner too. Bye.
That was a bit forced.
And it was really awkward, and like I said earlier, that actor was like great throughout the episode, and I thought it was really well written, but then that bit was just really made me cringe.
Have you heard of leather? Oh wow, that's it sorted then.
It was awkward when the dragon's like, leather? That's what this episode's been leading to.
I think my lowlight, I was disappointed with the way that... So, the Ofsted person being a robot was, I thought, a really cool reveal. And I thought the way they did like the governor thing, the governors, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I kind of found it frustrating how easily the kids are accepting like the alien thing, because I get it. They all saw the Shadowkin, and then they saw the dragon thing, but then someone being a robot in a school is a huge deal, and no one even listened. And I know they joked about it on screen, but I kind of feel like just because they joked about it on screen, it doesn't make it a realistic reaction. Next time, it looks like they're going to be invaded by plant things from the bumhole of time and space.
I mean, just so hyped.
So hyped.
No, it does look good. It looks like another kind of thrillery, chiller
It's
one.
really gory.
Which I'm really into the tone. I'm really into this kind of really scary tone.
I really thought that the series was going to, in a kind of age scale, I thought it was going to go Sarah Jane, Class, Doctor Who, Torchwood.
Yeah.
When actually, it's definitely more kind of adult than Doctor Who.
Definitely.
Which is really, really good. So thanks very much for watching Class Declassified. We'll be back very soon with the next episode all about roots and plants and space.
If you've got any opinions on this episode, then do leave them in the comments and we'll give them a read.
Definitely. Thanks, Emma.
Cheers.
Thanks, Rob.
It's alright.
Thanks, Chris. You're welcome. Bye.